Hello and welcome back to Automotive Tales. On today's episode we are going to talk about the history of Le Mans. The Le Mans 24 Hours is considered by most to be the ultimate display of motorsport performance and endurance. The first race was actually run in 1906, entirely on public roads, and to this day the majority of the circuit remains on public roads. In 1921 and 1923, the race had a long run to Pontlieu at the southern edge of the city. This was reduced in 1928 and again in 1930 as the city started to expand and it was deemed unsafe to race through the suburbs. The track we recognise today was first used in 1921, but the full Le Mans 24 Hours, as we know it, was first run in 1923. That makes the 2023 running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans the 100-year anniversary. The track itself has changed many times over the years, with the long straight to Mulsanne, aptly named the Mulsanne Straight, the subject of the last major change. That final iteration in the track came after the 1988 running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, after the Peugeot P88 hit a staggering speed of 253 miles an hour on the Mulsanne Straight. So they decided to add 2 chicanes along the way to try and slow the drivers down. Ironically, now in 2023, it looks like most of the cars will almost achieve the same speed on the 3 shorter sections of the Mulsanne Straight created by the additional 2 chicanes. Le Mans now starts with a rolling start. However, it is famous for what's known as the Le Mans start, where drivers would run to their vehicle, jump in, start their engines and drive straight off. That happened right up until 1969, following a protest by the world-famous driver Jackie Ickx, who believed it dangerous as drivers would jump into their cars and set off without doing up their harnesses to try and make early gains on the track. Despite winning that year, sadly Jackie's point was proven. Before the race he'd been arguing on the subject of seatbelts with a gentleman driver John Wolfe, who sadly had an accident during the race at Maison Blanche and, without wearing his seatbelt, was thrown clear of the car and killed instantly. Sadly, Le Mans was the scene of one of the worst accidents ever in motorsport. During the 1955 running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans, 2 cars collided coming into the start-finish straight of the racetrack. One of the cars, a Mercedes, was launched into the grandstand, killing a total of 83 spectators and the driver. The Le Mans 24 Hours is of course all about performance and endurance, so let's look at some of the records that have been set through the years. So, the most wins by a manufacturer is held by Porsche, with 19 at the time of writing, so that was up until the 2022 race. Let's see how they get on in 2023. Despite the dominant nature of Porsche, Audi actually hold the record for the most number of Le Mans wins with a single car. So the Audi R8 LMP1 took 5 separate wins for Audi between the year 2000 and 2005. What about the most wins for a single driver? Well, that would be Tom Kristensen, who first won in 1997. Tom has won a total of 9 times since then, with Jackie Ickx a close second on 6 wins and Derek Bell bringing home 5 winners' trophies. Fun fact, Tom Kristensen wasn't part of the original driver lineup for the 1997 race that he went on to win. Tom was actually a last-minute replacement for an injured driver. What a debut! While Kristensen, Ickx and Bell have taken home more winners' trophies than Henry Pescarolo, who still has 4, no one has started more races than the Frenchman. In his time, Pescarolo has started a staggering 33 races. What about most number of wins by nation? Well, the UK holds the record for the most winning drivers. We've had 30 drivers from the UK. However, France is hot on our heels with 29, so that could all change at the 2023 running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. While we're talking about endurance, what about the most distance travelled? So, that record was set in 2010 by the Audi R15 TDI, which covered a staggering 5,410.713 kilometres within the 24 hours of the race. So, what about speed? Well, the fastest lap ever recorded in the race was in 2019 by Mike Conway with the Toyota TS050 at 3 minutes and 17 seconds. However, the race is about endurance, so is that actually the fastest lap of the circuit? Well, no. Kamui Kobayashi actually took the fastest lap ever in qualifying in the same car, the TS050 in 2017, at 3 minutes and 14 seconds. So while Kamui Kobayashi holds the fastest qualifying lap, this is in the current iteration of the circuit, which has got the 2 chicanes on the Mulsanne Straight. Before they were added, somebody did set a quicker lap. So in 1971, driving a Porsche 917, Pedro Rodriguez set a time of 3 minutes 13.9. Wow! The old adage in endurance racing of to finish first, first you must finish is very important for the 24 hours of Le Mans. In the early days, attrition rates were very, very high. So much so that in 1931, only 6 people actually crossed the line after 24 hours. The most finishes ever to cross the line after the 24 hours was in 2022, with 53 of the 62 cars finishing. In 1950, Eddie Hall did complete the full 24 hours solo, and he did this in a 1934 Bentley and still managed to finish 8th. Incredible. Okay, that is all for this video. I'm going to do some follow-up videos talking about how to get to Le Mans, what to do when you get here, where to camp, what are the things to see and do. In the meantime, I'd like you to check out the Reddit page for Le Mans, r/Le Mans, which is where a lot of these facts came from. I'll put a link in the video description below. Right, that's all for this video. See you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.